For 25 years, David Gilbert has been at the vanguard of promoting the patient voice in healthcare in the UK. He's worked tirelessly to transform the British healthcare system to meet the needs of its patients. Today he shares what he's learned with members of the Patient Voices Network from around BC at VIA, Voices in Action, the very first province-wide patient forum.
I had a massive nervous breakdown at the age of 25 to 31, went through all sorts of stuff. I've been a campaigner, a consumerist, angry advocate before my breakdown, and I came out even angrier. When I recovered from my psychiatric illness, thank God, I began being a lay representative, and I began to go along to committee meetings, and I began having to wear a tie for the first time in my life. I had to represent 250,000 people, some of whom had schizophrenia. I hadn't had schizophrenia. Some of whom had learning disabilities. I don't know anything about learning disabilities. Some of whom had OCD. I'd had a form of OCD, but not really. How could I speak on their behalf? So I collapsed into telling my story. And I used that story, and half the people around the table said, here's somebody telling it like it is. And the rest of them, guess what? They fell asleep. So I went back, did all of my focus groups, joined a charity, came back with the data and the evidence. And the people that had fallen asleep before work, I thought, oh, this guy knows, he's professional, he's wearing the tie, he's doing it. And the other guys fell asleep. It was a beautiful catch-22. You know too little, or you know too much. Clarity of role. What am I there to do? Two jobs, that's all you have. One is, to the best of your ability, to link with the outside world and bring those voices in. Question. Do you have to do it for all 250,000 people, as I was at the table? Or is knowing the people who know enough? Or is it about getting the others to do the job for you? I still don't quite know. And this critical friend role. You're internally facing, asking powerful questions. You don't need to know everything. Your passion comes from your story, but this expertise is just asking questions. We don't tell people about the system. Actually, you know best how the system works because you are at the user end of it. You see it just through a different lens. What about them understanding the system from your point of view? How do we together learn the skills that allow you to navigate the system when you're out there? How do you sense and have a nose for power? How do you sense the people you need to talk to who are going to make the decisions? How do we develop the instinct for finding out what you need to know rather than giving you everything? And what matters to patients? Staying well, getting better, feeling better, right care from right people, treated as a human being, etc., etc. Right treatment at the right time, all these things about access. If you work with professionals, they'll all go for safety, quality, bit of access. If you talk to patients, it's all humanity, dignity, continuity. It's interesting. Bring them together as partners, and boy, do you get a rich picture. And in terms of equalities, black people don't need different things to white people. Actually, they face different barriers to getting the same things. So equalities and diversity, if you don't speak English, if you're homeless, you have barriers, but you still want a safe environment to be when you're looked after. I mean, we're human beings. Those 12 or so things can be your anchor in those meetings. What are we doing about X, Y, Z? And just a gentle framework to hold it together.